So Ray, it's good to meet you. What are you doing here today?
Well, I'm here to obviously help load the container as a member of the Rotary Club of South Cotswolds, and also being on the Rotary Executive for Jole Rider. I was the one that actually brought Jole Rider to Rotary, or Rotary to Jole Rider.
And that's turned into being something quite big within Rotary, isn't it?
It is. In fact, it is now one of the international projects on the opportunity to serve library within the Rotary movement in the UK.
Now, when you arrived today, I saw that you actually had a pile of bikes sticking out the back of your car. Where had they come from?
In fact, Peter, on my left here, he sourced them from the village just across the road there in Lavington, and rather than take the transit, which was sort of blocked in, I put them in the back of my car and brought them.
So how do you get people to give bikes to Jole Rider?
In fact, it's quite easy. A lot of Rotary clubs, especially locally, have cycle collection days and book collection days at Tesco's, supermarkets and that sort of thing, car parks. And what we hope that will happen is that not only do they donate the bicycle, but they also donate £10 towards the cost of taking that bike to the Gambia.
So what happens to the bikes after after you've brought them here? Do they pack straight away? Or?
No, what happens, they're here, they're sorted into the various sizes and conditions. They're then taken to one of 7 or 8 prisons in the UK, where the prisoners refurbish them, and then we go back and pick them up, at the same time taking some more for them to refurbish, and they're brought back here, again sorted, ready to be containerised to the Gambia.
Kevin, where have you come from today?
Today we've travelled up this morning from Dover Immigration Removal Centre in Dover in Kent.
And what's your job there?
My job there is a senior officer, but my link to Jole Rider goes back to 2007 when I set up the first big cycle workshops, part of a restorative justice programme at the time for the prison service.
And what's the benefit for the people you work with of being involved with Jole Rider?
Well, within the prison service, we've linked it together to, as I say, in some ways it fits into restorative justice. At Dover Immigration Removal Centre, we have lots of African nations and Gambians in particular that come through the immigration service, and this links nicely into doing something for their own country as a benefit to their charities.
So, Lauren, you're wearing a T-shirt from a school that is not just close to here.
No, it's in Gambia. It's the one that our school, Abbeyfield, is paired with. It's Mahad Secondary School. It's in Brikama
village, yeah.
And we visited it. We spent 2 or 3 days there when we went out last April.
So you saw what happens to the bikes from Jole Rider. Tell us about how they're used in the Gambia.
Well, it's really good to see it firsthand. Basically, a lot of kids have to spend a lot of time walking to school in the morning. Sometimes it takes them 2 hours just to get to school. With a bike, they can reduce that time down to half an hour, which means obviously they can get to school quicker. It means that they're not as tired, which gives them a better education, and it just really supports them.
So, Richard, it's good to meet you. You've come down from Gloucester Prison today, where you're an instructor.
Yes, I have, yes.
And what's your connection with Jole Rider?
Well, we refurbish the bikes for them on their behalf. Most of the bikes which we do, we just sort of do the best we can with. Occasionally we get something a bit special like this chopper and other bikes, and what we do is we sort of make an extra effort to do something a bit special, so as they've got something they can then take to shows and things like that to demonstrate some of the good work which is done in prisons.
So what's the benefit to the prisoners that you work with?
Well, the prisoners, there's a couple of benefits. The main benefit is the fact that they can do a qualification in manufacturing techniques linked around the bicycle, so they can get qualifications. They also get certificates of achievement, but also it's given them the work ethic. And you know, with the new coalition government and the fact that they're trying with the rehabilitation of prisoners and that sort of thing, it's good to give them the idea that getting up in the morning and doing a day's work, and then actually producing something which they know is potentially going to change somebody's life for the better.
Hello, so I hear you're part of the Jole Rider project. Can you tell me what you do?
We're fixing the bikes by fixing the brakes, fixing the wheels, changing the ball bearings and cleaning the bikes up and stuff like that.
Can you explain how you do this?
Where the people come in and we fix the bikes with them in school.
So you both are in the Jole Rider project. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
We build bikes for Africa.
and we send them off.
Do you know why you send them off? Do you know what's the reason for these bikes are?
To help them, like for people who have to travel really far to get to school, so instead of walking for ages they can ride the bike, so they can get there a bit quicker and they don't have to get up so early.
So have you enjoyed doing it, have you?
Yes.
And I hear that you donated the 7,500th bike.
Yes.
So how did you donate it?
It was on the first day of the bikes. I told Sam, I ran home, got the bike, ran back into school with it.
Well, we've been mending these bikes to send off to Gambia to help the children that need a ride to school.
Do you know why they need a ride to school?
Well, they have to walk 6-7 miles to get there, and well, if we give them the bike, so they'll get there quicker.
So have you enjoyed cleaning up the bikes, bending them, building them?
Yeah, it's been great fun. It's made me learn more about bikes as well.
Well, I'm here because of the Rotary involvement with Jole Rider. First got to know about this about a year and a half ago, and suddenly found out that it filled and ticked many of the Rotary boxes, so to speak. It's a community service project in collecting old bikes and recycling them within the UK. By using the prison service, it is a vocational subject. Of course, the international side of it is shipping abroad, and then the literacy part is when the bikes arrive at the other end, that they are then utilised by the children to get to school, and gives them the opportunity to receive an education.
What sort of benefits have you seen for the people who are involved here in Britain?
Well, the benefits for the people involved here in Britain have been all having one common goal of being able to say, right, there's a project that deserves some support, and the people that I've known who have become involved since my involvement have all said the same, that it's something that they can focus on, fairly easy to do as far as a local Rotary club is concerned, but also they know that they're benefiting somebody worldwide.
Helen and David, you're the directors of Jole Rider. What do you think is unique about your organisation?
Well, I think for the size of the organisation, we've done a massive amount, and we intend to do a massive amount more. And in fact, we've been told, and this is a bit embarrassing, we've been told by people in the Gambia that our organisation has done more than any other NGO.
That's brilliant. As I've been talking to people today, David, it sounds as though increasingly there's rather more to Jole Rider than just sending bicycles.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's where we started, sending, what was it now, 5 years ago we sent our first consignment of bicycles. But since then it's grown in all kinds of ways. We've got all different groups that are involved with us now, helping in different ways, from school groups to Rotary groups to county police forces that are involved with us. And the great thing is that this whole programme, which goes beyond bikes now and touches books and school resources, it touches bike skills training with both prisoners and with young students in UK schools. The whole programme, in one facet or another, touches whole groups of people in different ways in the UK. And one of the unique things for us about this is the fact that it is a charity which is about helping people in Africa, but it's also helping in a very large way a good many people here in the UK.
What attracts you to Jole Rider as a charity?
Well, Jole Rider, it's such a simple concept. We all take getting to school for granted in this country. It's just a given, but it isn't like that in places like the Gambia. And this enables children to get to school, and of course from there, the world is their oyster. And the other thing I like about it is that it's using things that would otherwise be thrown away. A lot of these bicycles would just be completely scrapped.
Absolutely. Well, it's literally recycling cycles, isn't it? We talk about recycling in a general sense, but we are here recycling the cycle itself.